Okay.
Well, hi. You made it, Leah, just in time.
I did. I had to clean the peepers.
Oh, so you can see. That's
Yeah.
important.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa and Leah, this is after 9. And here we go with discussions about nothing for the next little while. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good. It's Tuesday, living the COVID dream, as I like to say.
living the COVID dream. Yep. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you were telling me about you like you've been making different kinds of things though, right? Since COVID, so many people baking, so many people trying different recipes, that kind of thing. What was the one you said you tried the other day?
Last night I tried. I follow this woman on Instagram called the Modern Nona. And she made, so you know how there's the feta pasta where put you cook. Well, you get all the tomatoes and everything, and I use fresh basil and fresh spinach, and then you put the feta in the middle, and then you bake it, and then when it comes out, you add the pasta that's already cooked, and I think that's the bomb. I think that's one of the easiest taste good recipes ever. And so she was like, "Oh, I got to think about how I can do that differently." So I did one last night with cauliflower. You put cauliflower in the pot, like florets, right? And
Yep.
then in the middle of it, you put like a boursin, whatever you want to call it. I say boursin.
Boursin cheese, like
Boursin.
soft cheese.
Yeah, you stick that sucker in the middle. You throw in a half a cup of water. You throw in a little bit of oil on top of the florets, a little bit of salt and pepper. You bake that puppy at 400 for like, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes. Take it out, stir it all around. Oh my God, was it good? It was very good.
Sounds
So easy.
delicious.
I'm so over cooking. Like my favorite meal is breakfast. I'll cook you breakfast all day long. Anything else, I am not interested unless I'm interested. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yep. Yep. I have these weeks where or the days where I'll just say, I'm not cooking today. I don't feel like it. And Craig's
Everybody.
good with that. Like he'll be like, okay, what do you want to order? I'm like, let's just order something. Or he'll come home from work and 5 or 6 o'clock. First thing he does is walk in the door and he looks at the kitchen.
To see if
And
there's any
there's
meal prep happening.
right. He's like, uh-oh. And I'll be like, no feel like cooking. Or I'll send him a text message earlier. Not cooking today. And he's cool with that. All right, what do you want? What do you feel like? But
Yeah. I have to say,
yeah.
Dave's the same way. If there's not dinner on the table, he's okay with it most of the time. Most of the time, if I push it to the limit and stretch it for many, many days in a row, he might get a little pissed off.
Well, he
Especially
can
if I'm
cook.
especially if I'm not working and he is.
Right. Well, I think that's the trade-off, right?
Yes.
And I get that. I
But
get
I'd
that.
rather go play than work.
Well,
So if
wouldn't
I'm
we
not
all?
working, I'm playing. After we're done, I'm going to indulge in my newest obsession, which is pickleball.
Nice, Leah.
Love it.
Okay, how do you play that? What's the deal?
Well, you play double. We play doubles, and we play outside, which is great.
Okay,
And
if nobody knows what pickleball is, you have a stick and a ball?
yeah, you have like a little paddle, and then you have a ball that's like a big plastic ball that you think, oh, there's a name for those balls. What are they? Oh, my
A
kid.
pickle. A
No,
pickle.
yeah, right. It should be. I don't even know how I got the name. And it's got little holes in it, and so it's like heavy, like plastic, and you play like on a court, like a tennis court, but smaller. Many retired people play it, so I'm trying to ease myself into retirement, so I'll have lots of things to do. But it's a lot of fun. Like when I like work out and do things, I like to be able to have fun and play games and talk, and
Yes. Yes.
you know. So I said to somebody that wanted me to come play, and I said, "Well, if I don't get a lot of sleep, I am a bear." And he was like, "Well, that's okay. I've got bear spray." So I said, "Okay, I'll come kick some ass."
So that's
It's fun.
today?
Yeah, it's fun. I
Where do
like
you play that?
all over. But Windsor, this thing is huge. Okay, if you go to Florida, and I hate, because I'm thinking, oh my God, I am so not there, but it's everywhere. And while it is predominantly, I would think, a retirement kind of sport, There's all kinds of young people that play it too.
Oh yeah.
So I play at a number of different locations in LaSalle and out in East Windsor and out in the county. So there's a number of different places. Windsor, really slow on the uptake. There were people
Yeah.
in the Parks and Rec department that didn't even know it was a thing. I'm like, really? How can that be?
Now that you're playing it, shouldn't
Well,
everybody know about it?
but there's in, for example, in Tecumseh, I think they're gonna have, if they don't now, they're gonna have 10 courts. And Windsor doesn't have one.
Mm.
It's a bit of a, like
When you say a court, what do you mean?
like it's like a tennis court. You're in an enclosed area, and normally
Oh,
times tennis courts, like the ones out in the county, the pickleball lines are on the same court as the tennis. It's just different size, but it's on that there's two double lines, right?
got it.
So it's kind of it's kind of a cross between tennis and badminton, and there's no pickle involved. Well, a pickle I think is if you lose. I don't really know all the score. Like if you lose 11-0, I think you got pickled. Um, and there's a kitchen. You have to stay out of the kitchen, which to me was like, oh my God,
What?
this is a perfect sport for me. I want to stay out of the kitchen as much as I can.
They call it the kitchen. That's hilarious.
Yes. And when you're up at the net, because it's supposed to be for the most part a short game where you're playing just behind the kitchen line, you both stand on either side. There's the net in the middle, and there's a little gap, and that gap on either side is called the kitchen. And then there's a line, and then the court is split like in tennis. Just behind that line is where you play a lot of the game, and that's called dinking.
Dinking.
Dinking, yes.
Hmm.
Let's dink. I know, doesn't sound right, does it?
Well, neither does pickleball.
No, who came up with all of these terms?
I like it. It sounds like it's right up your alley.
It's fun.
Kind of goofy.
It's fun. There's some people that are good players too. Really good players. I'm not good. Okay, so you can figure this out, Lisa. It's like they're like, Leah, you need to calm down. I'm like, that is not in my vocabulary. Just be calm, relax. I jump around the court like it's like a kangaroo with a racket. It's not.
Wait a minute. I recall you describing the exact same conversation when you were playing volleyball.
It's true. It's so true. Calm down. Calm down. I think I should take some downers before I go play. Be like,
Wow, that would be something. That would be something.
no
Yeah.
problem. I got this one.
You'd probably be better.
But I like on the weekend I played for what, couple hours. Killed it. It was fun. Great day. You're outside. If I can do something outside, I am there, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what do you like to do besides the gym? Like, do you play sports? You like any kind of sports or?
I don't have time for that stuff. Honestly, I don't. During the week, it's everything I can do to drag my butt to the gym. And then my friend Lisa down the street always coerces me into going for a walk. But the reason I hesitate going for a walk with her is because it's like a million miles an hour. It ain't no stinking stroll. But so that's like a workout in itself. But between those two things, I'm always tired. Like during the week, I'm tired. And then on the weekend, when I get a little bit of sleep, I'm running around the house, cleaning and stuff like that. But sports other than the gym, not really, no. Shopping.
I like to do that kind of stuff. Well, I like that too. That's probably my favorite sport.
Yes. And it does take some talent and athletic prowess.
And you need stamina.
Yep.
Like when others are like, I'm tired, I want to go home. I'm like, what? I have like a good 2 or 3 hours left in me. Where do you want to go next? They're like, home.
You ever shop with Dave? It's like I know with Craig, it's like he'll be all gung ho, and he likes to shop, but he doesn't have a lot of time in him. So if he doesn't have much luck within the first half an hour in finding something that he likes or whatever, and these are designated days. This is just isn't off the cuff. This is planned. He's like, I'm done. I'm like, well, wait, we're just getting started. Nope, I'm checking out. Oh my God. One year, this is like a story I will never forget. I might have told this already. We were in California, and there's this beautiful outdoor mall. I forget what they call it, but it's like Mall of the Century or something ridiculous like that. And it's an outdoor mall near Laguna. And we went there. And as we're getting out of the car, I said, "Where's your phone?" And he said, "I'm leaving it in the car," because he tends to do that. "What do I need my phone for?" And I said, "Well, what if we get separated?" "Nah, it's fine." Sure enough, we go into the mall. First store we go into, I'm starting to, look through the racks, do. He taps me on the shoulder. We hadn't been in the store 5 minutes. He said, "Okay, I've scoped out a bar that is down the way. I will be in the first bar on the right side. When you're ready, you come find me." And I said, "Well, what's it called?" He said, "I don't know yet. I'm just going to walk that way. And the first bar I come to, I'm going to go in. I'll be sitting at the bar. That's where I'll be." Fine. So I spend another like half an hour looking in and out of stores, but it's lunchtime and I know he was hungry and he's probably waiting for me. So I'm like, "Oh, I'll continue shopping in a moment. I'm going to go find Craig at the bar." Walk to the first bar, go in. Is Craig there? No. Walk to the second bar, go in. Is the Craig there? No. Walk to the third restaurant, go in. No Craig. I circle Leah. I'm not kidding. I circle this mall. Again, no phone. He doesn't have his phone. No way to contact Craig because that would be silly. I'll leave the phone in the car. So I walk around and circle this mall for 2 hours.
Oh no, that is shopping time.
I can't. Now I'm mad. So every time I go in a store, I'm thinking, well, he's probably come out of the restaurant now to look for me. And he won't find me because I'm in a store. And how is he going to find me? Because he doesn't have a phone and he can't call me. So I'm in the concourse consistently doing full laps, circles, laps. So finally I see him. And Craig is always
Hey,
a happy guy.
what's going on?
"Oh, where are your bags? How come you haven't bought anything?" To the car. So every time we get out somewhere, I make him have his phone. If you would just have your phone. This is 2021. This is how people communicate today.
Well, they do, yeah. Dave doesn't like to shop. He's not a shopper. But he tries a little bit. He tries. But the mojo that I feel, and maybe it's only I feel it, even though he's not trying to put it off. And I'm like, there's no zhuzhing up this experience we're having. You just should not be here. Like, don't don't try to shop with me. He'd rather a wild animal gnaw off an arm than have to go shopping. I'm like, isn't this fun? No, what's fun about it? And then of course we go to Princess Auto. Hey, hi, Stephen from sunny Long Island.
Yeah. Steven's a dedicated viewer. Sorry, I have to catch up on all of our texts here. I only brought them up now.
I don't see any. Oh, there you go. Anyway, so whatever. He just does not like to shop. I go to Princess Auto and I'm like, there is nothing in here that interests me at all. I don't even know how you can shop in here. I'm out of here.
So same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't like to shop. And
Role reversal.
I'm kind of happy about that because I'm the one that spends the money then. But I don't do this. Oh, that old thing. I don't do that. I don't hide stuff. I bought it. I'm proud of it. I bring it in the house.
Does he ever ask though? Does he ask if it's is that new?
And I'll go, yeah, it's new. Oh, when'd you get that? Oh, yesterday. Doesn't know. I don't, yeah.
I had a girlfriend who used to wait till her husband went to work and then she would unload everything from her trunk. And she lived across the street from me so I could see it happening all the time. I'm like, what's she? Oh, look at now. She's unloading all the bags. Smart.
There it is, sneaking them in. Okay, somebody talked about pickleball saying your 24-year-old son plays it. Never heard of it as a retired old person sport. I think it is, but young kids play it there. It is a great family thing to do too. even during this pandemic, like if you teach your kids how to play, it's fun. It is fun. But you have to like sports. Like do you rollerblade?
Oh, no.
No?
I've tried. I'm going to break something. There's no way. Nope. I'll run next to somebody rollerblading.
Okay. All right. I keep thinking I got to keep moving and I got to keep young. And I wouldn't mind getting a skateboard, to tell you the truth, but I have a feeling I'd kill myself on that. I'd like a longboard.
Listen, we have to be realistic.
Do we?
Leah.
Come on.
Yes,
No.
you do.
That's
Yeah.
boring.
Do you know how to ski?
Fun. Yes, I can skate. I can totally ice skate.
Ski.
Ski. Yes, I can ski for sure. For sure, right? And I think I showed you last summer. I got up on a wakeboard, not a wakeboard, surfboard, not a surfboard. What's it called? Wake surfing. Wakeboarding is when your feet are clamped into the board. Surfboarding is when you are just standing on the board and you're in the wake of the boat, but you don't have your feet aren't attached to anything. Took a million tries, but I got up on that thing. So I have.
See, that's safer because if you fall,
you
fall,
you're
in the water.
You pretty much fall slow. Yeah.
Producer Ed, he's like, oh, let's go to the skate park. Ed will teach you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on a skateboard and I just don't feel comfortable, but that's probably because I don't do it enough. Scooters, I love scooters. My favorite thing was taking my kids' scooter when they were young, holding on, one arm, the handlebars are right here, one arm on the handlebar, other hand, my glass of wine. I'm going down the street to my girlfriend's.
Wow, that's that again. Dangerous. Hey, are you going to try those e-scooters when they come to Windsor? I've tried one in Detroit. Not as easy as it looks, and that too can be dangerous.
Yeah, I'll do it for sure. I think that'll be fun. I wish I had a Segway. I like those.
I'd love to try that.
Yeah, right? There's a YouTuber. He lives in California now, but he lived in New York City, and he rode a boosted board. A boosted board's like a powered, like a battery powered skateboard, basically. And that was his mode of transportation in New York City. And he would ride at places, and I think, I can't believe you're not dead yet. And he would fly. His name's Casey Neistat. And he's also like a filmmaker and stuff. And I would watch him and I'd be like, oh my God, this guy has some balls. And that was his mode of transport in New York City. He went everywhere on this thing. It's
like those guys on bikes. What do you call them? The couriers that go in and out of traffic in New York City. That's crazy. It's crazy what they do.
Yep.
Cabana Blade says, doctor told me no more rollerblading because I could have a hip hop and would have to have them redone. That's smart. I can see. I can see where that would come in.
Yeah, see, everybody else said their son or their husband stresses them out shopping. Absolutely. You're messing with my juju and my zhuzh. You can't zhuzh up that shopping trip with a man in tow who doesn't like to shop. It's a bad idea.
I agree with Mary. I like shopping alone. Yeah, even going with friends is like, I don't get much done.
Well, I like to do that. I like to go with a girlfriend for sure. Especially if you're trying stuff on. You're like, what do you think? And they're like, no, don't like the way that looks on you. And I think you know that anyway when you try something on. You make a day of it. You go for lunch, you drink some wine, you gossip. You buy a bunch of stuff, try on a bunch of clothes.
Well, as soon as we're able to do that, I'm in.
Okay, let's
Who knows? Who knows?
I saw a Kohl's commercial last night, and I'm like, oh, I want to go to Kohl's in the States. It's been forever.
I don't think the border's ever going to open, ever again.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
Not for me, for shopping. I mean, but that's like, we gotta wrestle this thing to the ground
Yep, we do.
somehow.
I know. It's crazy. All right, we'll leave it there, Leah. We've gone on way too long.
Always. What's wrong with us? What's
What?
wrong with you?
What's wrong with
Always.
you? What's wrong with you, pickleball lady? I'm gonna call you Pickle. That'll be your new nickname. Pickle.
Yeah, I like it. I
And,
like it. Call me
and
Pickle.
what was the Pickle? Go find your dink. What did you say it was? What was it called?
Oh, dinking.
Dinking. Yes. Go dinking. And we'll reconvene tomorrow.
Why? So you laugh every time we say that. It's like, why?
Bye, Pickle.
What can I call you? Wait, what's your nickname going to be?